What's up, fish tank people? It's Eric. Got a project for today. The 5-gallon needs an overhaul. The wisteria is getting out of hand. There's lots of dead leaves. There's a bunch of crap on the back of the tank that I need to clean, and I just need to move some stuff around. And I got an idea that I think will work well. So I will be tearing this down today, and I'm going to rescape it, redirt it, you know, get it all ready to go, and hopefully it'll look good. I mean, I think it already looks kind of cool, but you know, it'll look a little bit cleaner, more space for the fish to swim around, that kind of thing. But yeah, I will be providing y'all with some updates as I go through the process of rescaping my 5-gallon planted tank. Alright guys, here is the first step to dirting my 5-gallon. Alright, I got my organic choice potting soil and Miracle-Gro, and I'm soaking it. I haven't really done this before. I've never soaked my dirt. I've seen people doing this. I'm not really 100% sure what the reason is. I think it's I got ants biting me. I think it's to you know, get all these little bits out of here that you don't need. The wood. I mean, you don't need to. You can leave that in there. It'll give you some good tannins. But you know, some people like to. Also, I think it like really fully saturates the dirt. It gets it nice and wet, so there's no dry spots underneath the cap. So it's like all wet. It's kind of funny because this feels really funky. There's like this top layer of soil, and then you can stick your hand in here, and then there's just water for a couple inches, and then there's, you grab all this. That's all at the bottom. But yeah, I'm gonna do this for a little while, and then I'll show you what I add to my dirt. I don't add iron because I haven't been able to find that stuff that Dustin uses. But I do add some stuff to it, and I'll show you what I do. Alright guys, here is what I add to my dirt. This is a old thing of, what is this doing in there? Well, that sucks. I know there's a lot of you probably saying, oh, that's not a good idea to add this stuff to it. It's just fluorite, but I know it's got some iron in it. I didn't use it for that long in my other tank, so I just sprinkle some of that in there. Stuff at the bottom is probably better. So probably don't need a whole lot of it, but alright, that's all I'm going to use. See? And I'll get it in there. I'll mix it up real good. Get the pine needle out of there. I don't need that. Maybe get a little bit more. Now everybody does dirting their tank different, okay? If I had my choice, I would use some iron. Iron's awesome for your plants. I don't have any iron though, and I can't find that stuff that Dustin gets anywhere. So, and I don't feel like going and buying, you know, $10 worth of root tabs. So this is the best I got. And you know, especially with low tech tanks, low tech planted tanks, you work with what you can get or what you have, you know. And this is what I have right now, fluorite from an old setup that I had it in this bucket for a while. And yeah, I know probably a lot of the nutrients are gone out of it, a lot of the iron's probably been used up, but it still has some. This stuff was a, I forget the name of the product, but you get it at Petco, or it's really windy. but you get it at Petco and PetSmart and places like that. And it's pretty expensive, so it's a good product. It'll last a while. Anyways, just mix that all up in here, and that's pretty much my mixture. You know, you can go back later and put root tabs if you want. I just don't have any right now, so I'm using this. And that's it. I'm gonna let it sit out here for a little while, out in the sun. I mean, you see there's one tree above me, so I'm gonna let it sit out here and maybe evaporates a little bit of this mush, and I'm gonna go start preparing my tank. I gotta get it drained and gotta get the fish out of there, so I'm gonna go start doing that. Alright. Okay. I'm draining my tank. Still haven't gotten the fish out of there. I'm putting everything in here, the driftwood, all the plants, all the rocks, everything that you're not getting rid of. You want to put it in here because there's beneficial bacteria on everything. And you know, if you keep it in the same water, it'll help preserve them. Also, you know, it'll make the fish feel more comfortable. They'll have some cover in there while they're waiting to be put back in the tank. And you know, a bucket's gonna work fine for these guys because they're small fish. You know, it's just Corys and a single Episto. So I'm about to catch those guys and finish draining the tank. Also, you want to make sure you put your filter media in here. I haven't done that yet, but I'm about to. So, yep, that's this step, and I'll show you whenever I get it drained. Alright, later. Alright guys, now comes the fun part. We get to dirt the tank. It's been out here soaking for a while. Looks pretty good. I'm just going to show you how I do it. Oh yeah, the tank looks a lot better now. Got all that algae off of there. Anyways, I don't recommend using stuff for your tanks that you cook with, but you know, I use this or my Mickey Mouse cup. Not going to use that though. I'm going to use this. And anyways, just dump it in here, just like that. And I got way too much dirt in here. You don't need this much for a 5-gallon tank. I didn't feel like measuring it out. Alright, set this here so can you see that? No, that sucks. Put it over here. That's probably good, I hope. Alright, so I just put it in here. I got a little too much water in here, it looks like. And there's some people that are way better at this than I am. I'm horrible at this. Horrible at dirting tanks. Every tank I've dirted so far has been, well, the 20-gallon looks alright, but this tank, when I first did it, was pretty bad. And the first time I dirted the 20 was bad. And like I was saying before, you can choose to get some of these sticks and stuff out of here. I got some of them out, but there's still a lot. I mean, really, you're not going to be able to get them all. And it's not going to hurt anything. They might float up to the top, but you can just scoop them out with a net. I might do a little bit more. It's about, you know, not quite an inch deep yet. Get some of the stuff in the bottom. I dripped all over the side of the tank. And pat it down. It's actually, after letting it soak for a while and evaporate, it's got pretty good, you know, like the consistency you're looking for. It's pretty wet, but you know, you can put a cap on it and it won't sink. Let me show you this. Sorry for all the camera movement, but you know, it's about an inch deep. And some people like to do, you know, like half an inch in the front, you know, an inch and a half in the back or whatever. Just whatever you do, whenever you're, I'll show you how to cap it, but just remember, however thick that your dirt is, that's how thick the cap has to be. Alright? So if it's an inch of dirt, you gotta have an inch cap. Anyways, I'm gonna finish getting this and then I'll show you how I cap. Alright. Alright, my friends, this is what I use to cap my tank with, or cap my dirt with. It's almost like a pole filter sand. They call it beach sand. I get it at Lowe's. It comes in little bags. I think they're like, I don't know, 5-pound bags or something like that. They're pretty. It's pretty expensive, but it's awesome for a substrate, man. It doesn't get everywhere like play sand does. Like I've used play sand and it just got everywhere. It's also not as fine, so it doesn't. I feel like play sand kind of stifles the plants a little bit. It doesn't allow them to grow like they should. You know, because it gets packed down really tight. These are little grains, you know, like little gravel. So, anyways, I'll show you how to cap. Just grab a little bit. Sorry, it's hard to do this with one hand. Grab a little bit, and then start on the outside. And kind of work your way around. Remember, you want the cap to be at least as thick as the dirt. So I've got, I don't know, about an inch of dirt. So you want an inch of cap. Sorry for a crappy video. It's hard to do this with one hand. Anyways, you just go around like that, all the way around the edge, and you work your way towards the middle, and that's how you cap it. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this, and I'll show you whenever I start getting it set up, getting ready to put water back in it. Later. Okay guys, I want to show you all this. I'm done capping. You see all that crap on the top? If this is your, you know, if you're dirting for the first time and you get this, it's normal. Don't worry about it. What you do is, you know, putting the cap on, it pushes all the solid stuff down, so any water, and it's kind of like a sponge. You know, you squeeze the sponge, water comes out. So this pressing down is going to push a little bit of water up. So whenever you get, you know, to your last little spot in your dirt that you haven't capped yet, there's going to be a puddle of water there. So when you do cap it, you know, all that water's got to go somewhere, so it floats up and it gets on top here. So all you got to do is fill the tank up a couple times, drain it. That's what I'm about to do. Got my water hose right here. And then, yeah, it should be ready after that to put your water back in it. Be ready for ammonia spikes. You're going to get them, so you need to keep up on your water changes for the next week or two. And yeah, I made the cap a little too thick, but that's okay because I have quarries and they like to dig. So I don't know, I'm going to fill this thing up. I'll make the rest of the vid whenever I put some plants and stuff back in it. Later. What's up, fish tank people? It's Eric. Here's the tank after I finished dirting it and rescaping it. Got rid of all the wisteria because it was hard to scape with. And I went and got this thing. It's a sword plant. I don't know how to say the name. Echinodorus vesuvius. Thought it was cool looking. It's kind of expensive, but I'm gonna see how it works in here. That's it. Fish are doing fine. They all made it. Snail is fine. But yeah, there it is. I'll check it out. There's the baby Cory. The cool thing about there not being as much wisteria is that now I can actually see them. Alright guys, take it easy.